हेलो बच्चों, let's see this question says for a process to be spontaneous at a constant temperature and pressure, there must be decrease in free energy of the system in the direction of process. That is, delta G at constant pressure and temperature is less than zero. Delta G at constant pressure and temperature is zero implies the equilibrium condition, and delta G at constant pressure and temperature is greater than zero correspond to non-spontaneity. Gibbs-Helmholtz equation relate the free energy change to enthalpy and entropy change of the process as delta G at constant pressure and temperature is equal to delta H minus T delta S. The magnitude of the delta H does not change much with a change in temperature, but the entropy factor T delta S changes appreciably. Thus, spontaneity of a process depends very much on temperature. For endothermic process, both delta H and delta S are positive. The energy factor, the first factor of equation, oppose the spontaneity, whereas entropy factor favor it. At low temperature, the favorable factor T delta S will be small and may be less than delta H. Delta G will have positive value indicating the non-spontaneity of the process. On rising temperature, the factor T delta S increase appreciably, and when it exceeds delta H, delta G would be negative and the process would be non-spontaneous. For exothermic process, both delta H and delta S would be negative. In this case, first factor equation 1 favor the spontaneity where the second factor oppose it. At high temperature, where delta T delta S is greater than delta H, delta G will have positive value, showing thereby non-spontaneity of the process. However, on decreasing temperature, the factor T delta S decreases rapidly, and when T delta S is less than delta H, delta G become negative and the process occurs spontaneously. Thus, an exothermic process may be spontaneous at low temperature and non-spontaneous at high temperature. अब क्वेश्चन पे आते हैं. For the reaction at 25 degrees Celsius, H2O4 liquid, it gives twice of XO2 gaseous. Delta H is equal to 2.1 kilocalorie and delta S is equal to 20 kilocalorie, 20 calorie per Kelvin. The reaction would be, our option are spontaneous, non-spontaneous, at equilibrium, unpredictable. So the key concept for this question is Gibbs free energy, तो इसके लिए आप बोल सकते हैं ये पूरा पैराग्राफ इसी पे बेस लिखा हुआ है कि इट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ एनर्जी विच कैन बी यूज्ड टू डू यूजफुल वर्क इज नॉन एज गिब्स फ्री एनर्जी. अब आप इसको कैलकुलेट करने के लिए जो फॉर्मूला हमें दिया हुआ विच इज डेल्टा जी इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा एच माइनस टी डेल्टा एस, इसे लिख लेते हैं. तो डेल्टा जी इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा एच माइनस टी डेल्टा एस. तो सबकी वैल्यूज हमें दी हुई है, डेल्टा एच की वैल्यू दी हुई है, डेल्टा एस की भी दी हुई है. नाउ वैल्यूज को पुट कर दें तो ये हो जाएगा आपका 2.1 मल्टीप्लाई 10 की पावर 3 माइनस 20 और टेम्परेचर आपका दिया 25 डिग्री सेल्सियस विच इज 290. तो डेल्टा जी हो जाएगा आपका, ये हो जाएगा 2100 माइनस ये हो जाएगा आपका 5960 विच इज माइनस 3860. तो आप देख रहे हैं कि डेल्टा जी का जो वैल्यू है वो आएगा लेस देन जीरो. दैट मीन्स ये प्रोसेस आपका हो जाएगा स्पॉन्टेनियस अकॉर्डिंग टू थ्योरी जो कंप्रेंशन में दी भी हुई है. सो द राइट ऑप्शन इज ऑप्शन ए, which is spontaneous. Hope you understood it well. Best of luck.